Yo, we got another new angle. I guess that's gonna be my tradition, is just switching up the angle every single day. Also, my freaking rat cat is trying to sabotage this recording. He doesn't want the secrets to get out. But this is gonna be another sequitur video because it's something I don't really want to talk about, and I'm just gonna be rambling because I have so many thoughts and had so many realizations about it, and I don't want my other series to be long videos of me just yapping with no end. But recently, I've realized just how surreal or just how fake that life is. At least this, whatever we call this plane of existence, this reality. Just because we we generate it through ourselves. Like nothing in the outside world is real. None of that. I don't know how to put it into words. None of that actually matters. It's all internal. So it's like I don't know. It's literally. I was thinking about it in the shower. It's almost like you're playing a video game and you're so immersed in the game that you're locked into the screen. You can't see the TV board, or you can't see your room. You can't realize that you're playing a game. And then it's like you suddenly just snap out and you get to that point where you're like, oh, this is not real. This is fantasy. So it's just amazing that that's true. Like I'm literally going to quit my job. I'm literally going to go move who knows where. I'm literally just doing shit cuz none of it matters. Like it's really amazing. But yeah, just watching all these manifestation videos and learning about how it works on a spiritual, what are you doing, bro? On a spiritual and a scientific level, it's just made me realize that it's not real. All that really matters is your internal. So, or my understanding of it so far is basically, you vibrate on a frequency. Whatever frequency you vibrate on, you attract that thing to you. And then I kind of mentioned it, if your ego or your thoughts are getting in the way of it and you focus on these negative things, it takes longer for it to get to you. So if you just do internal work, live in the moment, whatever you want to call that, and focus on the good things in your life, then whatever's in your mind becomes your reality. So I'm just glad, like I said, that I shaking the camera, bro. Oh my gosh. Um, I'm just glad that I realized it so early on in my life because I've been thinking about, my parents or older people. They go through 60, 70, 80 years of existence and they just have suffering and misery and all this for so long. But I get like my ticket out early, which is really nice. Um, I'm assuming that's because of something I did in a past lifetime. The one before this, I did some kind of, like virtuous act, or I was a monk or a practitioner, and that karma manifested this past, like, whatever, 2 weeks ago and set me on this path. So I'm grateful that that has happened, and I've escaped the matrix early. But I think it's kind of interesting how there is kind of two camps. I am immersing myself in Buddhism and the spiritual and religious aspect, which is kind of, preaching get rid of desire, help others, live a simplistic lifestyle, all that stuff, which I am, moving towards and I'm doing. But then it's interesting to kind of see the like modern day aspect where like there's this guy I've been watching. His name is Nero. I think his like channel name is like Nero of Knowledge or something like that. But he's basically just this dude. I guess he's like one of the original manifestation YouTubers, and he just writes on a whiteboard and he has like hour-long videos. He's like, "This is how to manifest your reality," and blah blah blah. And that side of it is kind of, like I said, modernized, where it's like, okay, make a bunch of money, satisfy your desires, live out your lifestyle how you want it. And then there's like the other simplistic view of it. So it's interesting to see the two camps, and then that that side of it is talking about like, oh, Matrix, you know, people focus on these external things and then that becomes their reality and they don't realize that it's coming from within themselves. And Buddhism is kind of just talking about like the focusing on the self and not expecting the thing in return, which I guess goes back to law of detachment. Like if you don't need it, then it does come into your life and it becomes your reality. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just weird, like going through all of this, going through all these like struggles and depression and thinking of the future and all this stuff, and then just to like poof, like nope, that's not real. Like that doesn't matter. It's truly amazing and it's freeing. Like I would love for nothing more than to just be a bum and sit and meditate all day and like that'd be my life. And I'm gonna turn it into that. So it's like it's cool. And also just letting go completely. Like I think the main thing I wanted to talk about was this this reality builds up this perception, or like I was saying before, like the facade that these things matter, that these values that other people deemed are important are what you need to care about. But then if you can somehow penetrate that veil, if you can pierce the veil, then you can see that one, these things don't matter, and two, even if you do give them that energy, even if you do say like, okay, I want to be rich, I want to live this exorbitant lifestyle, you can do that by manifesting your reality and like changing your mindset. It's just so interesting how this this reality is like a test. It's like you have to. I was kind of comparing it to like a trick question in my head. It's that one question on the test that you're taking in grade school where it's like, be sure to read all the questions through before you answer the questions. Like when the teacher says that, and then the one kid, the one like really whatever think outside of the box kid raises his hand immediately and is like, I'm done with the test, because he goes to the end and he sees the question or the whatever the like writing that's like, none of these questions matter. If you answer this question, then you get a 100% or whatever. So it's it's like you have to let go. You have to realize that these physical things and this body and these external things don't matter for you to ascend, to become happy, to get everything that you want, even if by that point you don't really want anything. So I don't know. It's just it's so cool. It's like I took it off. I realized that it doesn't matter. Like I've always had a feeling. I've known within myself that like there's more than this reality. There's more than this. That there's something weird and like these things don't make sense on a fundamental level. And I think that kind of like inquisition it stirred within me brought me to seek these things out and find them. So it's just awesome. And it's like I think I'll prove myself. I'm currently working on manifesting, a bigger audience and stuff like that. And it's like I said, I'm doing like no effort. Like I'm not really editing. I'm not doing like clickbait shit. I'm literally just living. And then if suddenly a thought sparks into my head, I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Like last night, I was just sitting there trying to fall asleep, and I had all these cool thoughts, and I'm like, I should make a video about this. Then I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna follow this divine source guidance, and it's gonna lead me to what I want. So I think you'll see within however long it takes that I'm gonna have a bigger audience and that I completed this. So I'm definitely moving along on my journey, and I think I'm having like a lot of really cool realizations that I want to share with people, because I think that is my true purpose in this existence and this reality is I want to help as many people out of samsara as possible, because suffering sucks, and seeing people that can't like properly deal with the suffering on their own, just it's not a great thing. Like I I want people to be happy. I want people to escape it. So, yeah, pretty. I mean, I think I did not too much rambling, which I'm actually pretty happy about. I believe I am, like I said, getting better at articulating my thoughts, conveying them. But yeah, it's amazing. The second that you realize that nothing matters, you just become free. You just unshackle yourself.